Pat and Mark started on the Scion by replacing the factory radio with a killer sound system. With only 2 days left, there's still plenty more to get done.
Voila.
So don't go away, because Build Your Own starts now.
All right, we're here today. We're back again. We had a late night last night, so we broke out our bar stool this morning, did a little cruising around in the snow, relieve a little steam, had a little fun with the guys. Just an average day. We stayed late. We got some stuff done. I'm going to let Mark explain it to you.
We went ahead and finished up the audio and video system. Icon TVs in the ceiling and the headrest. We put the Fusion electronics in here with the 12-inch subs. This thing sounds great now. Now it's time to move on to performance modifications such as strut tower, brace, and exhaust.
Today we're going to install our DC Sport strut bar. It'll help stiffen up the chassis, tie the strut towers together, make us handle a lot better. Also, it just looks pretty much overall better under the hood. It gives us a lot better presence.
Well, now that we've disassembled half of the car, we got some of the parts out of our way, the strut bar goes in nice and easy.
We have now just installed DC Sport strut bar.
Even though Chad's used electric tools on a lot of this project, you can do it all at home with your own hand tools. It's not a problem. Make sure you align the wipers when you're done with the thing. If you don't, it could possibly damage the paint on your vehicle. Now we're done with the strut tower brace, we'll move on to something else. We're here today with Pat Davis, a member of the Independent Tire Buying Group who works for Will Image. What'd you bring us today?
Oh, I brought in a set of Fusion ZRI Ultra High Performance Radial tires, measuring out at 225, 40, 18. Got them mounted up on a set of Panther Intimidator wheels, measuring out at 18 by 7.5. These little suckers should hook up pretty good.
Yeah, matches the color of the vehicle pretty well. This thing should be pretty crushing on the street with the new addition to the ride. I appreciate you coming out, Pat.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Now, when doing this at home, if you're going to swap your wheels and tires out at home, make sure you use a jack that's adequate and always use jack stands. Never take it off without the vehicle supported. We won't want any of you to get crushed before you get to the street. I'm going to let Mark take the hubcaps off. I'm going to go ahead and get the impact and start removing the wheels. This lug nut's 21 millimeter. Most foreign cars are either going to be 19 or 21 millimeter. So we're going to go ahead and zip them off. Now with the air tools, it's obviously considerably easier. You can pretty much take the wheels off very quickly. When we go to install the wheels, we're going to be doing a few things different. We're going to install what they call a tuner lug. Basically, it's got a key. Lug nut looks like this. It's obviously much skinnier. Factory lug nuts on aftermarket rims will usually ruin them because the lug nut comes so close to the side of the hole and you'll chip all the paint off the rim, or the wheel won't be mounted correctly. So that's why we're going to use these. Second, in this case, we have a performance tire. The tire is directional. There'll be a rotating arrow on the tire. Make sure that the rotation is correctly. Within the first 30 miles, you're going to be needing new tires. Put up on there. Check the lug pad. Make sure we got the fitment right. Make sure we check for clearance. Doesn't look like it's gonna rub anywhere. We can go ahead and start putting the lugs on. Very carefully with the key, thread the lugs in. Always put them in by finger. Never use your power tools to put them on. You'll strip out the stud and you'll be hating life later. What I'm gonna do is zip them up just a little bit with the impact. And because they're aluminum wheels especially, I'm gonna have Mark come back and torque them with the torque wrench. Once again, we'll let Mark torque all these wheels when we're done. We'll go to this side.
All right, we're fully torqued the rims down now. This is to ensure your safety and protection. Make sure you come back and retorque these after 1 day as well. Aluminum rims tend to come loose sometimes. Well, not really, but we want you to stay safe.
Move on down. Right now, we'll remove the side skirt. Test fit up our body kit. And just like that, we've taken off the factory skirt. Okay. But we're gonna go ahead and rivet this application. Since we're so close to the door jambs here, you never want to use screws because you don't want your doors to run into them. Take the paint off the bottom, so we'll try and use rivets to keep it down low, coming into contact with the doors. Okay. Give me a 10 wrench, Mark. You can see we'll disconnect the splash shield first from the factory bumper, and then we'll unbolt it, the lower lip from the bumper itself. Definitely tight. Push them out with our thumb, we might have to get us a tool. Oh, there's one. You can just double up your thumb. There we go. And we've got it finally. We'll hand it off to Mark. Set over there and we'll try and fit our new bumper on. Yeah, I know.
Well, Chad, it looks like the body kit finally got here. It fits really well. It's giving it a great aggressive look. How long is it actually going to take us at the body shop to get this thing painted and ready to go?
Katie here with another ITD tech tip. Whenever working on a suspension, make sure you use a torque wrench to properly tighten the bolts to factory specs.
When it's just me, a warm, toasty McGriddle sandwich, and a great cup of McDonald's coffee, my imagination runs wild. And today I'm hiring a pool boy. And I don't even have a pool.
Earn your college degree in the most efficient way possible at University of Phoenix Online. Invest in your career and personal earning potential with a state-of-the-industry degree. Attend class whenever you want via the internet. Most students earn their degree in just 2 to 3 years. University of Phoenix is the largest private accredited university in the U.S. Call now to explore your career options with a trained counselor. The consultation is free. University of Phoenix Online.
Hi, Bob Ramsey here for ITD with a friendly reminder. Before you host your next tailgate party, be sure to have a bumper-to-bumper inspection of your vehicle by your independent tire dealer.
For all the latest ITD specials, check out itdroll.com or call 877-ITD-ROLL.
Your ITD dealer carries the best tire brands and has certified mechanics to keep your party going.
Hi, I'm Paul Perez, president of Wheel Image and Automotive, inviting you to visit our store.
The tangy taste of McRib is back, so enjoy a McRib sandwich and an ice-cold Dr. Pepper today.
Meet Gus. Gus was follically challenged. Then, Gus had a change of fortune. He logged on to CharterTV.com to enter the Chalk Talk Weekly Trivia Contest. And he won! It completely changed his life. It could change yours too, but probably won't. Hey, at least you'll get a free t-shirt and movie out of the deal. The Chalk Talk Trivia Contest, only at CharterTV.com.
All right, guys, Chad and I are going on a road trip to get the Scion painted. We've arrived at Lasers, where we're going to give this car a super slick paint job.
Well, Mark and I drove the Toyota Scion out to Lasers Collision Repair today, where Lenny Lom, the owner here, is kind enough to let us use his spray booth for environment so we can get ultra clean paint job. Now, we're sticking with the McDonald's theme, so we're going to do black on the roof like we stated with a gold stripe here, and that's pretty much round out our paint job after the logos. Do that.
Let's get to work.
Let's get it started, fellas.
We're going over the final layout of our stripe on the vehicle for our paint job, while the guys outside are finishing off the prep work to get it painted.
Okay. Now right now we have the parts sealed already. As you can see, they're gray. And that's kind of a sealer primer we'll put over everything to kind of take out any last imperfections. The next are the base coats. This will be the silver, the bottom of the Scion. I had this in the shop. I'd be sitting in it this morning watching Kingpin sleeping because we'd be done already. This guy's a really good painter. Let it vent out for a minute, and then I'm going to go in there and take a look. Not looking too bad. I don't know, if I want, I could play with it, do something to it later, you know. I may redo one of the bumpers or something later, I don't care. Make it right.
We're applying the second base coat, then we're going to move on to the clear coat, which is going to give us that high gloss shine.
Look at that sexy uniform. Carry it outside. I'm trying not to ram it into anything because I've done that in the past.
All right, what we're working at now here at Lasers Collision Repair is we're getting ready to tape the car off, and what that's going to do is we're going to create a dust-free environment to keep the paint nice and clean so you don't get any, it's called nibs, any dirt, flakes, dust of any kind on the car. Because once you put the paint down, you're pretty much stuck with what you got. So what they do is they make a skirt, and they actually tape off the skirt at the bottom of the car to keep any paint or any dust from stirring up when they paint it, because you're blowing the paint on at about 40 pounds of pressure, and so it creates a lot of turbulence. So we're going to try the best we can to stop that. The paint we're going to put on there is a second product, a real advanced product. It's a wet-on-wet system, and we can prime it and then put the paint on it to get the color we're looking for, to get that really high gloss sheen that we all like to have. And how that is how we capture and freeze the paint when it's drying. What you're looking at here is a Binks booth. What it does is it'll bring it up to 180 degrees in temperature. And when it does that in 3 minutes. And what it does is freezes all the solvents that are evaporating out of the paint to get that real deep, lustrous look that we like to see so well. And it's going to make this ride look really nice through speed and sound. They're going to do a great job, but they've got their work cut out for them because they've got quite a few hours to go on this thing yet, but it'll look good when they're done.
Well, we're thoroughly mixing up the paint to make sure that our candy colors turn out looking hot. We finished up the masking, and now we're going to close up the booth so we can start with our dirt-free environment.
Call this show Nip and Tuck, because that's about what this is.
One of the more tedious processes in the painting job is actually getting a straight line for the gold stripe. We use a piece of pinstripe to do this. It's a lot of extra work. Stripes on the vehicle as straight as we could get it. Now we're gonna paint it black.
What's the word? Looks like it's covering pretty good.
I guess he's mixing up more paint for it.
Yes.
In the last coat, or is he done with that? You know?
Nah, we got to put at least one more on there.
One more coat. At least it dries fast in there, right?
I hope so. It looks slick as See that? That's what my brain feels like inside. Oh yeah. That's what's going on in my head right now.
Now that the black's on the vehicle, we take the tape off the gold so we can clear both parts.
The two colors look real good together. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we'll take it out the other side, see what we got.
Taking the pinstripe with it.
We'll always kind of pull away from what we painted. It'll keep it from trying to feel the paint toward where we want to keep it on. So we'll just keep it going back. Always pull back and away, back and away. It'll keep these edges perfectly straight. You're okay. You're all right. You're wonderful. Our cameraman's trying to knock himself out with our paint job. It's a knockout paint job, baby. Yeah. So that's where we're at. The two colors look pretty good. We're getting ready to clear it. Then we can stripe this bad boy and start putting it together.
Now we're about to put the shine on. That's what we're going to do now.
We're about to get the shine on. That looks pretty good. The two colors will be wicked together.
They're going to be nice.
The clear coat's going on now. This is almost the final step. All we have to do now is bake this car for about 45 minutes and we're ready to roll.
Dude, the golden arches on the hood with a white I'm loving it. It's going to be pimp on that. That's going to be right. It looks good. You look hot.
Man, that gold really set that black off.
Bling it!
Yeah, it looks good. It reminds me of the Rams helmet, dude.
Oh, hey, there you go.
The clear coat's on now. We're baking the vehicle, and look, the guys from McDonald's have showed up.
What's up, fellas? We're standing around waiting for paint to dry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, literally. No BS. Hey, let's scope it out. Come here. Yeah, see, it's sweet. We got the gold in there for the McDonald's thing. We'll stripe it down the side, and then we're going to put a McDonald's on the hood with I'm Loving It on the hood, white. One on the back, and then in a stripe in the back, we're going to put I'm Loving It and a little black McDonald's. So it should be pretty fat. That'll work. Hot. 130 degrees. Do is we're gonna actually cut out one for the hood that looks just like the one on that banner. Yeah. We're gonna paint it on vinyl, then cut it out and then stick it on so it looks like that one on the sign.
This is the interesting part. Chad smoozing with the big wigs here.
It's gonna be real tuner looking. Everybody should love it. The wheels actually almost 100% match the actual silver that was on there. Oh really? So that's pretty sweet.
paint's dry, the tape's coming off. Let's get ready to put this body kit on this car.
Paint job turned out pretty wicked. She looks pretty good. I'm happy. A little bit more time, I would have been happier, but I like it.
Looks like it turned out just fine.
Always puts a smile on your face. It goes right back up in there when you're driving it. We've had it down when we were driving, and other people behind us can watch what we're watching. Hey, people want to watch TV behind you too, come on. We've rolled it out of the paint booth, and our McDonald's reps are here, Tyler and Mark, and they don't want to beat me up because they think it looks pretty good. Right now we got to get these guys to a party, so we're going to finish putting our kit on, take it back to the shop, do our decals, and the rest of what we had to do to it, and that should be a wrap.
When receiving your body kit from the manufacturer, it may come with some imperfections. Before you do any painting, you're going to want to take a guide coat to it, spray it, sand it, and whatever's left over to start is where your imperfections will be revealed that you can fix at that time.
I've finally figured out how to stop dinner hour from feeling like rush hour. Make dinner easy at McDonald's. McDonald's premium chicken sandwiches, chicken selects, and premium salads are perfect for dinner. Plus, you can round out the evening by renting a DVD for $1. So if you're thinking dinner and a movie, think McDonald's.
Can hot tubs this luxurious only cost $2 a day? Thermospas can. They're lavish yet cost less because they come to you directly from us. Own a luxurious hot tub affordably. Just call and we'll send our DVD plus our complete brochure, both free with no obligation. Call now and we'll deliver and install your thermospas for free too. Thermospas, luxurious hot tubs made affordable. Call today, 1-800-231-4499.
Hi, Bob Ramsey here for ITD with a friendly reminder. Before you host your next tailgate party, be sure to have a bumper-to-bumper inspection of your vehicle by your independent tire dealer.
For all the latest ITD specials, check out itdroll.com or call 877-ITD-ROLL.
Your ITD dealer carries the best tire brands and has certified mechanics to keep your party going.
Hi, this is Doug Adams with Easton Tire. Come visit us in South County on Lee May Ferry, just north of Lindbergh.
The time has finally come.
We hope you enjoy our set.
Time for St. Louis to rock, to jam, to play,
live a life less ordinary,
to sing. It's time for The Set, the most exciting local music show to ever hit St. Louis. Premieres January the 5th. Check it out 10:30 p.m. Thursday through Sunday, only on CCIN.
All right, well, we're going to get ready to install our official AEM intake on the Scion here, and I'm taking a look and see what I need to do. I'm taking the air inlet pipe here off the stock throttle body, the wiring from the airbox. Get the stock airbox out. Now we have a lot more room under there. We're removing pieces as we go. All right, now we're installing our intake. And we've installed this bracket, so this holds our air valve right here. And we have our intake pipe in here. We put our air temperature sensor or mass air sensor onto our AEM pipe, and we slid it into the fender so it fits in tight. Now we're going to connect that to the throttle body here in a few minutes, but we have to modify some other stuff. This old guy's it's dry land. The new guys, it's probably cold air. There you go. Now, take our wiring. Probably have to stretch it just a little bit. Torque those down. Put our oil cap back on so nothing falls down in there. And that completes the install. Now we've installed the AEM cold air intake system. Now the reason we've done this is it increases the airflow to the throttle body. We get rid of all of the bulky plastic air filter, and it puts the filter down in this region so we can get the colder air. That enhances the name cold air intake, and that gives us a little bit more horsepower, probably about 4 or 5 horsepower, better throttle response. The Scion can definitely use it.
Well, I'm done installing the intake, so now we're going to move on to the vinyl graphics.
And you'll always roll it away, peeling the vinyl away, just kind of like we did with the tape when we were painting. Puts a little bit less stress, keep the vinyl from pulling straight up.
We'll use soap and water on the hood because we're installing bigger graphics, and that will allow us to move them around before they actually stick. Now, when you're installing this, even though you're using soap and water, be extra patient. Make sure you get all the bubbles and the wrinkles out. We've just about got it wrapped up, and it looks good.
And we'll peel it off just like this. Now when applying these, you can do them wet, that way you can move them around, but on the smaller ones, it's pretty easy to center them, so you can just usually put them on dry. The one on the windshield we obviously put on with water, as you can see, so we could get it centered. It's kind of a hard one to do the first time out, so you always use a little water and soap with that. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. You don't want to overwater the vinyl, because then it'll never stick and that becomes really bad. So this is pretty much the way we'll go ahead and stick almost all the decals on. Well, we're finally done. We've got this thing painted up. We've got a Bomex body kit on it. We got wheels and tires from ITD. We got stickers from McDonald's. Tell them what else we got, Mark.
We got Fusion Electronics in there for sound, for video, and AM performance products to get this thing ready for the street.
Check it out, guys.
We'll see it.
French. It was